In this video, I'll be exploring ShareX tool. ShareX tool basically allows you to edit an image, create an image, and also perform some image operations. So ShareX, get sharex.com. Here you can go ahead and download the software. Now here you will be able to see other uh, artifacts within ShareX, so you can basically explore this particular tool. I'm going to just show you one simple example like how to use an image editor within the tool. Now I've got one image. So take for example, if you're building say maybe some user guide, and if you have an image and if you want to show a user an instruction that first click here, then click somewhere here, and maybe like put some say information around the screen. How do you go ahead and do that? Like you can use Paint, but then I would advise you to use ShareX because ShareX has got a lot of feature sets. How to use it? Go to tools and then you go to image editor. So from ShareX, go to Tools, Image Editor. Now, Image Editor, you can image a file, open an image file, or you can create a new image. So I can go ahead and create a new image. So this is a brand new image, say 200 by 200 pixels, or maybe you can change, maybe you want 500 by 200 pixels with a transparent background. You click on OK, and then you get a canvas, and then you can play around within the canvas. Now I'll just cancel this off. Now I'll show you one of the screenshot which I have taken for Copilot Studio. So say I have taken a print screen of this. I've got one image, so I'm going to open that image. So Tools, Image Editor, open image file, and in the downloads I have this image. So let me open this image. Now this is the image which is opened in image editor. Now image editor, on the top bar you will see different option set. So let's explore each and every option set. Now this is my image. Now I can zoom it, I can unzoom it. Say let's assume this is a correct image. I can run after task. I can save this image. I can save as image. I can copy image to clipboard. I can upload an image, I can print an image, and then from here you get to see various actions like select and move, rectangle. So if you want to put some rectangle around, so I want to put a rectangle around here. I want to put rectangle over here. I can do that. Ellipse. Now I want to put an ellipse somewhere here. I can go ahead and do that. Now, if you see over here, this is a border color, right? So border color, maybe let me pick something else. I click OK. Now I put a rectangle. I select a rectangle and put a rectangle over here. So let me go ahead and select the rectangle. Yeah. So let me select this. And now the color has changed. Now why the color has changed? Because I changed the color from here. I can even change the fill color. So if I want a fill rectangle, what I can do, just go over here, fill the color with maybe something else. So let me pick up green. And now if I select a rectangle, so let me first select this, and I can see this rectangle has been uh, filled with this color. So I can add a rectangle, I can add an ellipse, I can add a lot of things. So there is something called as a blur. So if I want to blur something, say if I don't want to show my personal information, so I can select blur and I can do this. So this did a blurring of this particular text. Now I can go ahead and do a pixelate as well. So if I just select pixelate, and this is an example of pixelate. So this is blur, this is pixelate. So you can perform all these operations. Then we have freehand. So I can draw something within the screen. I can just say write something, I can scribble something, I can show an arrow, I can do all these things, right? Now remember the color which you have selected in the border color, that's your primary color. I can pick and choose whatever other color I want. I selected red now. And now here I have another option. So I just did a freehand tool and I performed some actions, right? Now let me go ahead and select this arrow. So I can go ahead and select this arrow at any point of time. And now I just cancel this off. Yep. So I can see the freehand arrow. So I can put this arrow, I can put this arrow over here, I can put the arrow over here. I can do that. And anytime you don't want that command, just press escape. line. If I want to put a line, I can put that line. If I want an arrow, I can put, this is a straight arrow, this is not a freehand arrow, so I can do that. So in an instruction guide, this is sometimes useful. I can put a text as well. So I'll just select the text. I'll say, I can put something over here. So maybe I'll just say Girish. I can change the size because the size is too big. I'll make it 14. I can change the color. I don't want green color. I want something of dark blue. Click on OK, and then that text would be yeah, will be available. So as you see over here, this is that text which we have just created. And then we can have a text background. So I can just put something, and then I'll just say this, OK, and then that text will be available over here. So if you want to put some instructional guide, you can get all these things put within the document. Speech balloon, you can have a speech balloon, and here you can type in, this is where you prompt agent, and here you will get that particular speech balloon. Now I'll just cancel this off. So you can place wherever you want. You can change the direction of that balloon, and this is where you get that balloon. Just cancel this off. And then you can put a step as well. Like say if you're putting an instruction guide, you will say that, oh, first click here, then click somewhere here, then click somewhere here, and then maybe then click here. So I'm just clicking it. It's just putting that number 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can do that as well. Then we have magnify. So if you want to magnify a specific area, like I want to magnify this area, I can go ahead and do that. Now again, I have got that fill color, right? So I'll say I don't want a specific fill color. So let me go ahead and put this as, say, maybe this color. Maybe put it OK, and maybe I can pick up the background. And I can magnify a specific area of the screen as well. So I just go ahead and I can magnify a specific area. Now, why this is coming is because the color which we have selected, we don't want that color option. So I can go into uh, the fill color or the border color, and maybe I can maybe reset the color, or maybe if I don't want any specific color, or if I want any specific color within the screen, I can pick that color. So maybe if I want this, I can pick up that color, and that color would be made visible. So I'll just cancel this off. Then I can put a smiley. So I get to put a smiley within the uh, screen. I get an option to put a stamp. So I'll just pick up maybe this smiley, and then I can put this smiley over here. I can pick up this smiley, and remember you can set the size as well. So if you double click on it, you get an option to put the size. I can put the size as 64, 128. You can pick and choose any image, and yeah, that particular smiley will be visible. Then we have an option to put a cursor. So I can put a cursor over here. So if you see this cursor, I can pick other cursor. So you can put multiple cursor within the screen. Then we have an option to highlight. So I can go ahead and highlight some specific area. So as you see, this particular text has been automatically highlighted. So that's also something which you can do in your instruction guide. You can crop the image. So this, so let's assume this is your complete image. You can go ahead and say maybe crop specific area of the screen, and you will just have that part now. Rest all will be taken off. And then you can have a cutout. So if you want this particular part to be cut out, you can get that thing within the document. Now There are various other things which you can perform, like if you go into the image, you can rotate it 90-degree clockwise, 90-degree counterclockwise, crop it, view the image size, flip horizontal, flip vertical, and even add an image effect, which I've covered in a separate video. Once you're done with all this thing, you can go ahead and save image as a file. So in a nutshell, if you are creating an instruction guide, if you are creating or editing some image, if you're blurring some image, if you want to pixelate some image, if you want to redact some content within an image, you can go ahead and use this tool. So that's it, folks. This is all about image editor within ShareX. Thanks for watching.